Okay, I bought in some 2x4. The old days, people used to measure everything in inches. So 2x4, that's where the name came from. It's a normal treated 2x4. You'll see if you build houses. It faded a little bit, but it's that pink. The pink color of it's just the treatment. They treat it against borer and all kinds of insects, so that if it gets attacked by insect, it's not very good. Sustainable wise, this is okay because if you can see how far the growth lines are apart from each other, this means that this tree was really fast growing, because that amount from there to there, that's how much it grew in 1 year. So it comes out of sustainable forest pine trees. Here's a bit of decking wood. Now, it's also a pine, but a tiny, slower growing pine, because for decking you want a bit of harder wood. So you can see the difference between the year growth lines there. Decking wood is just, they put it through a machine with a blade. It's a round blade with lots of little bits that gives you that shape of it. It's just to make it anti-slip. A lot of people use decking wood for extra stuff as well. I've seen picnic benches and picnic seats being built out of this. And then fiber cement board. So if you've got a, say your barbecue will have a 2x4 frame, the fiber cement board can be nailed onto the frame like this. And the smooth sides normally on the outside. And no, this is not gyp, it's fiber cement board. Gyp will break like this. This, you can't break this easy. Gyp is what they use on the inside of walls. That's almost just paper with almost like a chalky substance in between. This is quite strong. I'll leave this. You guys can come and have a look at this. So this is if you looked at that. Okay, the wood and the fiber cement. Then here's a bit of square tubing or rectangular tubing. You can see that the ends are slightly round. Normally you get the metal like this, just lightly oiled. And that's why I talked about maybe galvanizing this. This will rust. You can, if you leave this outside in the rain, it will start rusting. And you can see this dark line on it. That's where they, the machine folds it. It's a flat piece of metal and it folds it in this rectangular shape. And then it just, by a process of electrical welding, just fuses these two bits together. On the inside, you can see that. You get this in different sizes and shapes. Then just a round pipe, you can bend that really easily. You get this in different sizes and shapes as well. You can see this pipe have started to corrode or rust. That's when steel forms a chemical reaction with the oxygen around it. So that's why it might pay to galvanize the steel to protect it against the oxygen so it won't rust. And then there's a rectangular tubing as well. It's like this. This part is just welded on a 45-degree angle there. And you can see how it rusted around the weld as well. Sometimes you get it primed. This blue is a primer paint, so it's like before you put the final coat on. But you can buy it already with the primer paint on, so that saves you painting the primer on. This is just a few materials that you can think of, but they are all untreated at the moment. The ways to treat this fiber cement board is you can just paint it. Some people put adhesive cement on it and you can stick rocks or bricks on it. Most new buildings where you see it looks like a brick wall, it's just this board. So we will have 2x4 at the back, of framing of that, fiber cement board, and then sometimes they put a mesh on it, put some cement on it, and then you just paste the bricks like tiles about on it, and it looks like from the outside like a brick wall. This is just a few materials. There's so much materials out there. Please be creative when you do your research on materials. Do not waste time by not doing that.